Okay, so welcome everyone to our self-care and service practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. I'm Laurie and excited and happy to be with you all for another session. And this month we are doing joy. Okay, so I love this topic and have already felt the benefits of really gearing my mind to joy. So today's session, we'll do our usual check-in for those of you who have been with us for a bit. We'll also have our focus today is joy is an inside job. So that is our theme. We'll do exercise in the love, peace, and harmony field on this topic, and then talk about some next steps to continue your self-care and service journey. So let's get started by doing our usual check-in. And again, this check-in is very important for our self-care because we need to know and be aware of where we are in every moment, okay? So I want you to just take this moment right now to do a gentle scan. And if it feels comfortable to do so, you can close your eyes and just notice, how are your thoughts today at this moment? How about your emotions? How are you feeling? Notice how your body feels, your body symptoms or your physical symptoms, sensations. Is it comfortable? Do you feel tension or tightness or discomfort? And you can also reflect on your past actions or behaviors over the past day or week. Kind of notice what end of the spectrum they're on. And we want to look at ourselves without judgment, but with kindness and compassion. And that allows us to not avoid or, repress or turn a blind eye to the negative things, but it allows us to go deeper and really examine ourselves more carefully because there's no judgment. And again, it's just where we are at the moment. And that allows us to then know if we need to pay more attention to our self-care. Okay. And today's tool that we are working on is doing this with learning more about joy. Okay. So we have been working on changing like our mindset states, and we really have been trying to, if not stay in the acute state for so long because the body needs to recover, also give us ourselves a break from the cognitive load that we're always thinking like, okay, what do I have to do? Feeling that productivity and moving into the green and the rest, the green and the blue mind state. So this joy mind state hopefully will kind of get us in that rest mode that lowers our cognitive baseline. And then blue mind is like the deep rest, right? When we kind of get into the deeper sleep, that really the deeper relaxation that we've been also practicing. So today we will be talking about joy, okay? And joy as an inside job, meaning that it's not something that we chase, right? You've heard the pursuit of happiness. So in this state, I'm going to be using the terms of happiness and joy, interchangeably. Some can share like in some literature, there might be a difference, like joy is like a moment or more temporary, and then happiness is kind of like a developed state. But in this sense, I'm just going to use it more interchangeably, okay? Because there's different Different people will define it differently. Okay. But so joy or happiness is not something that we chase. It kind of emerges from our relationship with ourselves. So that's the inside job, and as well as our life. Okay. So external achievements, what we do, our progress, that can create temporary boosts, or we can have pleasurable moments, like something happens to us, or we do something, it's, oh, great. We have these doses and moments of pleasure or joy or happiness. But what we want to develop is this long lasting state of well-being. And this will come from these inner states that we are now working to develop, and some meaningful connections in our lives. Okay. So again, the concept of we can't chase happiness, so we don't really believe in the pursuit of happiness. It's kind of more of a being. And some of the literature in positive psychology show that while achievements, possessions, and pleasurable experiences can increase happiness or joy temporarily, their effects often fade, right? As we kind of adapt to it. So this is like a phenomenon called hedonic treadmill or hedonic adaptation. So just remember, the key message is that lasting well-being comes less from what happens to us and more from how we experience and respond to life. So, for instance, any moment you can create a sense of joy, and it's like a skill that you can develop, right? And then it kind of leads to this more mood or the state of being that you are happy or joyous. It's like this inner quality. So I'll give you an example of a small thing. So yesterday I drove home and I forgot my bag, my computer, right, from work. And so usually I might think, oh my goodness, I have to like a whole another trip wasted and I could be doing dot, dot, dot. But I told myself, no, I'm going to just enjoy, right? A lot of people like to drive. I'm not usually one of them, but I'm saying I'm going to just enjoy the drive back. And it's not that far. It's no big thing. So I really tried to change how I experienced it. And, I was just listening to my CD. I was playing one of Dr. Master Shah's song. I could kind of enjoy the music and um, connect with some of the lines I was trying to memorize for years, right? So I just felt more connected. And I said, oh, I'm just going to enjoy, sun was setting, sky looked nice. And it was a joyous moment, right? And it could have been different if I allowed it. So I really try to train myself to see, okay, how can I enjoy this moment? And it really has shifted to how I experience some of these maybe daily routine things, or even things that could be happy. I could experience it in another level. Okay. So when we think about the science of lasting happiness, some of the research suggests that greater well-being it can happen when one has some of these things that we've talked about before, right? Gratitude, meaning and purpose, right? Living in alignment with our values, connection, right? Nurturing supportive relationships with ourselves or others. When we have kindness and compassion, giving and receiving care, so that we have self-care and service, right? So service can be very enjoyable and lead to happiness. And also savoring, fully appreciating positive moments before moving on. And we actually practiced that last week as well. And so we'll do another practice because all of these are wonderful. And I feel like if we add savoring to these moments of gratitude, of moments that we are living in alignment with our values, or when we having a great connection and relationship with someone, or exchange, or when we see or view or experience kindness and compassion towards others, or we're giving it, if we savor those moments, one, the brain can take in that taking that information and we get to have it support our brain, but we can also feel it in our hearts as well, really experiencing that joy and happiness. So we'll do an exercise today, and we're going to be doing it in the love, peace, and harmony field. So all of you who are here on Zoom with me today, thank you for joining. I believe all of you have been here before, so you're familiar with the love, peace, and harmony field. But if we do have someone new who is watching the video, the love, peace, harmony field, in the theory behind it is that everything has its own vibratory field. Okay? And each of our vibrational fields are connected in the quantum field of the collective. So just like joy can have a field, happiness can have a field. So as we connect, we can be in this joyful field. And when we align with the vibrations of love, peace, and harmony, we can not only uplift our lives, but we can also support the uplifting of the world. And this love, peace, and harmony field is created by these calligraphies that carry this message and the frequency of love, peace, and harmony. So when we connect with this field, we can increase our connection with ourselves. We can increase the connection to our inner source of joy that is always available for us, regardless of external circumstances. So it's where we can, even though there is a situation that may cause us distress or inconvenience, or, such as my having to have another trip, drive back, we can create our own sense of peace and joy. Okay, so we're going to practice today. And this is our love, peace, and harmony field. And I want you to just relax. And we're going to start with our peaceful sanctuary, right? We create our safe space. And some of you have done your visualization, created from another exercise or session. If you're new to this, just think about a place that you feel safe. And we want your body to start feeling safe. It relaxes you. For some of you who are in the love, peace, and harmony field doing this weekly, I hope that you can feel that this calligraphies, this space that we have, helps you feel safe and can be a sense of a peaceful sanctuary for you. Okay? Because it carries these high frequency messages of love, unconditional love, peace, and harmony. So I want you to imagine that this message is in your visual safe space, your imaginal safe space, but you're opening up your heart and you're thinking about it in a way that it feels real for you. Okay, so you can imagine the light and feel this warmth in your heart, feeling connected to love, peace, and harmony. And we're going to be connecting to joy, developing this quality for ourselves. So I want you to think about a moment, it could be recently or whatever you can think about, that had some meaning, had this joyful or happiness message within it. And it could have been brought by gratitude, by you aligning with your purpose, your meaning. For example, for those of us who find that the meaning or the purpose of life is to serve well, to serve, making others happier and healthier, more empowered or enlightened. You might have had a moment that you've experienced that. You might have had a moment of connection with others, maybe, your children, grandchildren, niece, nephew, or, best friend, a partner. It could be a moment of kindness that you experience or that you felt others experienced from you. that made you feel happy, like, oh, people said, oh, thank you so much. I appreciated you did this, right? And that you could really feel their heart of gratitude and appreciation. So whatever it is that is allowing you this moment of joy or happiness, allow yourself to savor that moment. Okay. And it could be any moment. It could be a moment that, after a long day of work, you're having a hot bath or a good meal, right? You're enjoying that dessert or, um, you know, it could be a salad, but you're enjoying it, you're savoring. So just allow yourself to think of any moment, and we're going to really savor it. We can use the same technique. I like the heal technique. H is to have a positive experience. So for us, we are thinking about a joyous moment, something that we felt joyous or happy about. E is to enhance, right? So we're enhancing that using our senses. You can remember the smells, the taste, the sounds, that you're having this joyful experience. And it could be any moment, just to pick whatever comes to mind, okay? But you want to just enhance it. And then absorb it. Imagine all of this love, light, joy, happiness that you're feeling. You're kind of absorbing in more deeply. So even if you are experiencing it inside of you, allow it to go even deeper, absorbing it into your systems, your organs, your cells, your cell units, your RNA, your DNA, to the smallest tiny matter and the spaces in between. Okay, we're just going to be this light of joy experiencing. And it could also be something that may not feel as positive to you, but you are creating that sense of light, this sense of joy, of appreciation. Allow that light of joy to expand within you as you're breathing in this light of joy deeper and deeper. Exhale, let that light of joy, happiness expand throughout your body. So the HEAL is an acronym, HEA. L is usually when we don't need to use it. Usually we use it if we are linking it to a negative experience that has maybe trauma or something, that then we can change through this experience. We're changing. But for us, we're just kind of enhancing the joy. So we're not going to use the L yet. You're going to just allow yourself to just remember, have that positive experience, enhance it, and absorb it. And this is something that you want to practice throughout your day. So this week, think about that. If there's a moment that you're finding, even if it's a pleasurable experience, turn it into a more solid, joyful moment, because you're now bringing gratitude and you're savoring the moment, right? So for instance, you have one of your favorite meals and you're just, instead of like eating mindlessly and you're watching TV or, it's like, every bite you're just like, oh, this is so good, yum, right? And you're heightening your senses, you're enhancing the experience, you're absorbing all of that positive, like it could be gratitude, like, oh, I'm so grateful I could have this meal. thank you, like it's nourishing me. And so you can really have a moment and savor it. So again, it kind of does a lot of brain balancing and, you know, allowing us to connect with certain parts of our brain that can really be helpful, right? Letting our brain focus in on the positive, joyous messages, okay? So that can be part of our baseline. Part of that rest can be this joyful rest experience, okay? So again, just feel yourself with this sense of joy. You can also connect with the love, peace, and harmony messages in the field, expressing gratitude for love, peace, and harmony. Imagine that the field is enhancing your experience. So you can do this exercise anytime, but we believe that the love, peace, and harmony field, with its higher frequency, vibration, and positive messages, is allowing us to receive even more. It allows us to heighten this connection, this inner gratitude, this inner joy and happiness. So just feel that. Notice how that is in your body, feeling the light of the love, peace, and harmony field with every breath. As you breathe in, the joy of being connected with love, peace, and harmony. Exhale, let that light expand. And again, you can practice the 2-second longer exhalation, right? So if you inhale, love, peace, harmony, bringing joy and happiness. Exhale, love, peace, harmony, bringing joy and happiness. Extending that exhalation that naturally allows our body to go deeper into rest, restorative mode. So we are allowing ourselves to practice many of these skills that we've developed. The breathing, longer breathing, connection with our safe space, really focusing on the light and creative visualization to imagine light and joy, moments we experienced. Good, and just feel the gratitude, love, peace, and harmony. Let's see if we can. Silently relax, stay connected with the light, the joy. We really want to heighten that joy. Everyday life, you can find moments of joy. Okay. Allowing yourself to savor the joy you already experienced that make you happy. Maybe like your favorite show, or able to kind of read or move or dance, listen to a song. Some of you may want to really see how you can bring the joy to the next level. So again, maybe changing pleasurable moments to more moments that savor the joy and happiness. Or even a moment that you might take for granted, you don't have much thought about, or may even seem, bothersome. How you can transform that to a valuable moment of joy. that allows you to relax your body, feel that joy and light. Continue to just feel that joy and light. I'm going to see if I can play the love, peace, and harmony. You can imagine the melody of the notes just soothing, bringing light and this peaceful sense of joy and light, this inner feeling. And we're connecting with the inner joy. So you might think of moments of joy, but you can also connect with qualities about yourself that you feel good about, allowing yourself to be happy with who you are. I mean, you could start with what you've done and accomplished. That's always great. But just knowing that, you have the qualities, your highest self, its beautiful qualities, just by being you, allowing yourself to just be happy with who you are, what you have. Wonderful. So again, just stay in that space of joy and light, of love, peace, and harmony. You could even develop that sense of joy being in this love, peace, and harmony field, surrounded by pure, positive, high frequencies and vibrations, love, peace, and harmony, feeling the gratitude, being able to connect with one another, be able to appreciate your own soul, to be, watch, and participate in this session today. So feel that gratitude towards yourself, and now feel joy in that appreciation of yourself. Okay. Again, feel that joy. Enjoy just this moment right here, right now. Allowing yourself to give gratitude that you've been able to create a safe space for yourself, that you've participated, that you showed up for yourself, and that you've worked to enjoy this moment, building the joy and happiness in your life, your skill of being happier, more joyous. As we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So wonderful. So I'd love to hear how you're doing, if there's any sharing. And as we wait for the sharing, we can also go into some of the resources. So many of you are familiar with the stress prescription. We've been doing a lot of exercises. These are inspired by that book by Dr. Elissa Epel, the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation that sponsors the calligraphies, the Love, Peace, and Harmony calligraphies, and they have a lot of different charity. They do a lot of different work. And for this session, there's a theory called the Broaden and Build Theory of Positive Emotions by psychologist Barbara Fredrickson. And in her theory, what she talks about is that positive emotions do more than just feel pleasant, right? So emotions such as joy, interest, gratitude broaden a person's awareness and thinking, helping them build lasting psychological, social, and intellectual resources over time. So this is what we are kind of trying to tap into today. But if you want to read more about it, you can kind of look her up and look up the theory to find more information. Okay. And to continue our wellness journey and our service journey, you can do more meditations in the Love, Peace, and Harmony field. We have Tao wellness practices with my mother Annette. You can check out some of some that she's done before at our YouTube channel, Satori Family Wellness Center. Also, we do have a free wellness evening with Tao Calligraphy to get more wellness. And you can register at our Satori Family Wellness Center.com and join live with us. It's also on Zoom. And we do have a few of these previous Tao Wellness evenings on our playlist, our YouTube playlist. And of course, if you do need more support and want more information to get started, we have 50-minute complimentary session. And also remember to contact your healthcare providers if you do need more assistance, as these sessions are for just educational purposes. And although I am a psychologist by profession, this does not indicate a psychologist-client relationship. You do want to get your own support, especially if some of these meditations kind of bring up things for you and you feel like, there's memories or emotions that you need to process. We really want you to get the care you need. And to continue your service journey, here is a QR code website that you can listen to the Love, Peace, Harmony music that I had in the background. They also have some of these Love, Peace, Harmony cards and more. So, actually it's supposed to be, okay, so it's not here. So, okay. So, thank you everyone again. We usually have our self-care is service, right? So, and let me see if we have any notes. Okay, Amy mentioned that moments of joy were those with my grandson when the family came to visit Maui. Soon after my heart surgery, he displayed his love and happiness being with his grandma. Wonderful. I was very happy and could feel the love in my heart. I am so grateful to have such wonderful, caring, and compassionate grandson. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to reflect on these moments of joy. Wonderful. And, thank you for sharing, because just reading that, I could kind of feel that too. Like when I could imagine that, being like having someone else happy to see you and grateful for you, right? So thank you for sharing it. So vicarious, I'm feeling joyful too for you. And thank you, Brittany, for sharing the Tao Calligraphy Wellness evening. You can, there's the link that you can register for that. It's a wonderful session and you get to experience the next level calligraphy. My moment was joy was when I was doing my calligraphy writing, and sometimes on those sessions we get a chance to experience or view Tao Calligraphy writing. So thank you, Brittany, for sharing that. And for those of you who would want to serve and give some feedback, we'd love for you to fill out our evaluation or feedback form, saying what other things that you would like in our self-care and service, or if there are things that you are going through that is challenging that you would like more support or information on. I'd be happy to create these sessions, guided by what you are interested in. And Brittany also put that in our Zoom chat. So you can also save that link. And for that, if you fill out that feedback form, your name is automatically being into our lucky draw for the month. Every month we have a lucky draw, and those who get chosen, you have an opportunity to receive a complimentary special service, or we like to call it like a blessing. So some of you are familiar with that. If not, you can let us know if you have any questions, and we'd be happy to answer those questions or give you more info about it. So thank you everyone for staying a bit longer. We want to thank those who may be on live stream. Thank you for watching. Aloha. And thank you who are watching the recording.